Hi, this is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through these 32 lessons in the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. These were in 5th grade, and this is lesson 19. We're doing graphs. This is a summary of what they have done in 3rd and 4th grade to remind them that they do know this. And then we dig a little deeper into the subject of graphs, but this is something students, if you've been working with this curriculum since 3rd grade at least, they should know this. Actually, students start in 1st grade using spreadsheets. And by 3rd grade, they're doing this sort of data collection and graphs. So a lot of the words will be familiar to them, as well as the problem solving. Standard problems, you will have about 25 you want students to know by the end of 5th grade. So we're kind of wrapping into that time frame where they should know these. These are 5 that you can kind of make sure students think about, understand. So by the end of the year, they definitely know them. All right, how do I visually display a data set? A graph is a great way. Now, you don't just do a graph and say, I'm done, and that's what you want them to understand. You use a graph, but you have to pay attention to how it displays it to make sure it works well. Okay, you're finishing up Google Earth board presentations today. You may be doing evidence board presentations of 5 to 10 seconds each, very quick. Open whatever your spreadsheet program is. This works on all of them, so Numbers, Excel, Google Spreadsheets, anything you have. You might even use a web-based tool like Lucidchart, or there's a whole bunch more in this list that you can look at. And have them, you can have one of the students review with classmates how to use the tool, just in general terms, because they've been using this same tool probably since 3rd grade. So have them review it so that when they look at something like this, here's the instructions, but how would you add that title? How do you add these categories? How do you add the data there? How did they color that? How do you make the columns? See how these columns are different sizes? How do you do that? So someone can go over those to make it clearer. And it can be one person starts and then takes help from other people. That's fine too. And then follow the directions. If you want, you can go through one of these with the students so they can see how to do it and give them a limited amount of time to, okay, put your name in, put your date in, put the categories, put the types. We'll collect the data later. This is a second one, so you're just doing one of these 2 in this example. And have them take a class poll. When you get this far, you have to pause, and everyone's working together and taking a class poll. And then they format the graph. So it goes from making a chart. So they want to make a chart. So stop once they've created the basic chart and say which is clearer, this one, which is this table, or this one that's a chart. When you look at this really fast, which gives you a conclusion? And it's obviously going to be the chart rather than the table over here. It's obviously, this makes it very clear that you could see that boys and girls there. So you have girls here. You'd have to kind of look at this. Okay, boys listening is 5, and I don't know, it's a little hard to tell if you're reading over here. This makes it very clear, but let them tell you that and see what they say. They're always fascinating what they come up with. The next step you want to do is, after they've formatted this chart, added a background and color and things that they did last year and maybe even in 3rd grade, they did. So they know how to do that. Add the background, make this font bigger, add a background to the plot map here. After they've done all that, then talk about, is there a different chart that would work better, or different graph? And go into wherever those are kept in your tool and have them look at these and try different ones. Is this clearer than this? And go through that exercise. Is this clearer than this? And have them come up with that, because it's important for them to think about, am I displaying my data as clearly as possible? Okay, once we've got that decided, then have them evaluate the data they're seeing with some of these subjects that are right out of Common Core. And just go through them. By what percent did girls like writing more than boys like talking? If girls' writing results were redistributed equally among other three choices, which would be the favorite? And have them, you can put them in teams and see who comes up with answers and the right answer. Okay, a good class exit ticket, remind them that if they change the data, then that the table as well as the graph changes, and have them do that, change the data here, and then watch how it reevaluates over here. They can do it with a partner, but you want them to be aware of that. And that's really about it. There's a nice graphing website here that they can go to. If anyone who gets done early, they can go here and check this one out. All right, notes down here. Let's see what the students have. This is for their evidence board. So they have this, they should remember it, bookmark it, so that if they do an evidence board, they can they can screenshot this and add the information, then it's all ready to go. But I think the rest of theirs is pretty much the same. They just have the same things you have right in front of them if you're using the workbooks. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know if you have questions. I'm always happy to help you. Have a great week. Bye.